Okay, Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session of cause number M333570, case of style, the state of Texas versus Stephen Baker. And Mr. Baker, is that your full name?
Yeah. Stephen Baker.
Okay. How are you doing, Mr. Baker?
You doing well, are you sure?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Baker, I have before me a motion to dismiss this case that was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. State, is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, now, Mr. Baker, the court has just signed this motion to dismiss. You'll be able to get a copy of this motion from our clerk. Once you get a copy from our clerk, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir.
All right, stand right here on the X. And you have a safe trip back. You have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You just sent it? Okay. Arredondo, Mr. Arredondo? Mr. Arredondo, you can come forward.
Yeah. Yeah. The suture's right there. It says we got a copy of the video discovery and using all that. The signature. Yeah. Yeah.
Is this? I'm not sure.
Right.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong document. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
What is in session in cause number M331710, case of style of state of Texas versus Robert Edward Arredondo. Mr. Arredondo, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Arredondo, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Arredondo, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Arredondo, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Arredondo?
Okay.
That's good.
Tired, old, but got a health problem, but I'm here.
That's you can't be being better than being here, better than the alternative. Now, Mr. Arredondo, you're represented in your case by your attorney John West. Attorney West, how are you doing?
Good, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. West, do you waive a record in Mr. Arredondo's case?
We do, Your Honor.
Mr. Arredondo, in cause number M331710, I have before me an information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, Mr. Arredondo, it alleges that you, Robert Edward Arredondo, on or about December 2nd of 2021, while you were operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or more. Mr. Arredondo, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Arredondo, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty?
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Taking his advice.
Okay, well, my question is to you, are you pleading guilty because you're guilty? That's what this paper. Okay, now, Mr. Arredondo, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments, which is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials REA that are on a line that's checked guilty.
Yes, sir.
Did you place your initials on this document? On the next page of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled guilty. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document is titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
It is, sir.
At the top of this document, there are two boxes that's checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that case? I mean, that statement. Yeah, okay.
You know, we probably need to check those two boxes. I didn't check those, but
Oh, okay.
I can check them real quick.
Yeah,
We all know what you mean, and we do it all the time, but I
Yeah.
have to. There we go.
okay. Now,
Let's check.
I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's
It
titled defendant? Now, Mr. Arredondo, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. West, go over these documents with you?
He did.
And did you read and understand everything that he went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Best of my knowledge.
Okay, Mr. Arredondo, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1?
State would, Your Honor.
Any objections, Mr. West?
No objection.
No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Arredondo, or, Mr. West, you advised and counseled Mr. Arredondo. Is there any evidence that he's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Arredondo, your attorney, Mr. West, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
So for yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Arredondo, I will accept your plea guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I would also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, we do.
And what is that agreement?
The agreement is for Mr. Arredondo served 90 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, that time will be probated over 1 year. He will pay a $500 fine and he will be ordered to perform 40 hours of community service. In addition to that, he'll be required to have an interlock on any vehicle he may own or operate.
Okay, Mr. Arredondo, the state is offering that you serve 90 days in the Jefferson County Jail, but you will not have to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you'll be placed on probation for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $407. You'll be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month, and you'll be required to pay a $15 reimbursement fee. You'll also be required to pay a DWI education and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Your total monthly installments, that is a total amount that you will be required to pay while you're on probation each month, is $166. Will you be able to pay the $166
Yes.
each month? Let me ask you something. Are you court appointed?
Yes, sir.
No, let me do this. I forgot. So let me do this here. Hold on. That's hold on a minute. That's 18. So actually, it's $179 a month. Will you be able to pay the $179 each month?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you also be required to perform 40 hours of community service. You'll be required to install an interlock device on any vehicle that you own or operate. You'll be required to attend and complete a digital education class, and you'll be required to have a drug and alcohol assessment. Mr. Arredondo, you also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Mr. Arredondo, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir. What's an assessment?
Well, that's something they're gonna assess. They have to, they're gonna basically bring you in and you're gonna probably have to answer some questions, and then they'll decide, they'll make an assessment. Okay, now, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
It's fair to me.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Arredondo, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Arredondo, you're gonna stand on the X next to your attorney, follow the directions of our clerk. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. West, you'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day. Mr. Ford, kudos Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. Court is in session. The cause number M331508, case of style of state of Texas versus Nathaniel Ballman. Nathaniel Ballman was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. for the court's announcement docket at or about 9 a.m. The court's bailiff called the name of Nathaniel Ballman at the courthouse door. Nathaniel Ballman did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Ballman an opportunity to appear in court. He is not appearing in court. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Nathaniel Bowman at the courthouse door? Time now is 1:44 p.m. on today's date of, thank you, on today's date of June 19 of 2023. Nathaniel Bowman's name was just called again at the courthouse door. Nathaniel Bowman did not answer. A reasonable time has been given to give Mr. Nathaniel Bowman an opportunity to appear in court. He is not appearing in court. State, do you have a motion?
State moves for forfeiture bond and warrant be issued.
That motion will be granted. Bond shall be forfeited and the warrant shall be issued for the rest. And cause number M331508. And this will conclude the calling of the court's pretrial conference docket, the court's trial docket, and the court's announcement docket. Oh, yeah, wow. Okay, well, State, you have a motion?
I will withdraw that.
Okay, the motion to forfeit the bond have been withdrawn on Nathaniel Bowman. Mr. Bowman, would you come forward? No bond forfeitures.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Bowman,
If I may say, maybe excused.
yes, you may be excused. Ms. Bowman, you represented by your attorney David Grove. And do you have a felony case?
Yes, sir. I have a possession control.
When is that case set?
I went today this morning, but my lawyer didn't show up today to reset it. They never talked to me.
Sorry for your inconvenience.
Okay. Now, did they give you a reset date?
Because today was my date because it was supposed to be both of them together.
Right. All right. We'll see you later.
I was waiting. They told me Marcia Norman never showed up, so they have to reset it. I asked her what day it would be. She told me I had to contact my sales bond.
Okay. Okay. So we're going to reset this case on the same date of your felony case. And so what we're going to do is check the computer to find out when the felony case is set, and then we're going to reset it on the same date. Okay. So stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go. And you have a blessed day. All right. And this will conclude the calling of the court's trial docket, the court's pretrial conference docket, and the court's announcement docket. All three dockets are scheduled at 9 a.m. today on the day's date of June 19th, 2023 in County Court at Law number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas. Judge Terrence L. Holmes